Are you serious? Are you seriously serious, Russia? What? Yes, Vladimir Putin has now sent. Two things have happened. I want to thank Stephen of Oklahoma for this first report, Mike Dell for the second report, and I want to thank Jancy Mora for that report on the solar flares I just did. Russia has sent 4 bombers within 50 miles of the California coast. Say it with me. Russia has sent 4 bomber planes come within 50 miles of the California coast. They were certainly in American airspace. 4 Russian strategic bombers triggered U.S. air defense systems while conducting practice bombing runs near Alaska this week, with 2 of the Tu-95 Bear H aircraft coming within 50 miles of the California coast. In North America Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, is releasing it. The last time we saw anything similar to this was 2 years ago on the 4th of July, said Navy Captain Jeff Davis, a NORAD spokesman, told the Free Beacon. Now, Davis said the latest Russian Bear H incursion began Monday, June the 9th, 2014, around 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, when radars detected 4 turboprop-powered bombers approaching the United States air defense zone near the far western Aleutian Islands, just off the coast of Alaska. America then sent 2 U.S. Air Force F-22 jets were scrambled and intercepted the bombers near the Alaskan border. After tracking the bombers as they flew eastward, 2 of the 4 bears turned around, headed west toward the Russian Far East. The bombers were believed to be based at the Russian strategic base in Russia, but the remaining 2 nuclear-capable bombers flew southeast and around 9:30 p.m. entered the United States Northern Air Defense Zone within 50 miles off the coast of Northern California. These 2 U.S. F-15 jets were then deployed, so we sent 2 more jets up there and intercepted the bombers as they eventually flew within 50 miles of the coast before turning around and heading west. Defense officials said the 4 bombers also were supported by 2 Il-78 aerial refueling tankers that were used for mid-air refueling during the operation this week. These Tu-95 is a long-range strike aircraft capable of carrying nuclear cruise missiles over versions and over a long distance, folks, all the way from Russia. There are other versions that are equipped with intelligence gathering sensors and electronic warfare gear. It has a range of 9,400 miles without refueling. Davis said that the aircraft acted professionally and the bombers appear to be conducting a training mission. They typically do long-range aviation training in the summer, and it's not unusual for them to be more active during this time of the year, he said, but we assess this was part of the training, but they've never entered, they did not enter territorial airspace before. This time they did. Folks, they come within 50 miles of the coast of Northern California. Are you serious? Now, while Russia's bombers were doing that, we have breaking news, Russia has sent 24 warships, including bombers, to the Baltic area for drills, what they call NATO-staged war games. Russia has deployed 24 Baltic Fleet warships and vessels, along with heavy fighter jets and bombers, as reinforcement for military drills in the westernmost region, while NATO, and this is over near Kaliningrad, while NATO stages its own war games across the border. Yesterday, Wednesday, June the 11th, 2014, Moscow deployed a grouping of 24 Baltic fleet warships and vessels for military drills in an exclave on the Baltic Sea coast. The drills were launched Tuesday in response to NATO's international drills. There's a lot of saber rattling in 2014 between Russia and the United States of America. Quote, the squadrons of warships are performing the task of ensuring the protection of the state border of the Russian Federation, protecting marine communications, providing for shipping safety, organizing air defense, and searching for and detecting surface ships and submarines of the imaginary enemy, says Russia's defense minister. The ministry added that the newest Su-34 fullback fighter bombers and Su-24MR reconnaissance aircrafts have also taken off from their airbase regions and joined in the games at Kaliningrad. Now, the Tu-22M3 long-range bombers are in the state of readiness to patrol the area of the exercises. An A-50 long-range airborne warning and control system aircraft is involved in the drills for reconnaissance purposes. So, folks, this is going on. It's beefing up. The Russians, the Americans, there's a lot of saber rattling, name calling, staring each other down. It's a truly becoming a proactive Cold War. It's a proactive Cold War. Folks, Russia yesterday warned Moldova and Georgia that they better not sign this pact with the EU that they say they're going to sign on June 27th. Russia warned them, you better not do it. And, of course, they did the same thing with Ukraine. They warned them they better not do it. And when the president of Ukraine backed off and canceled the signing of a deal with the EU, the people rose up against him. He had to flee into Russia. And then Russia come in and took and annexed Crimea. And still, there's fighting going on in eastern Ukraine with pro-Russian rebels and the Ukrainian government, with the Russian military just sitting across the border waiting to pounce on it if it gets worse. Well, there's been 273 people killed. There's been 250 people wounded just in this week in Ukraine. It is getting ugly. It's going to get more uglier, apparently, as we watch what's unfolding right now in Bible prophecy. We know that Russia will play a major role in the end times, simply because of the great battle of Gog and Magog, which includes Russia as one of the Fab Five nations that comes against Israel in Ezekiel 38 and 39. But we also know that Russia will play a role because the Bible tells us more about the battle of Gog and Magog in the book of Revelation. We need to really be prepared to watch the Bear of the North as he's on the prowl, and now all the way over here playing around off the coast of California. Are you serious? Yes, Vladimir Putin is very serious. I'll be right back with more current world events, how they relate to Bible prophecy with an end-time apocalyptic scenario. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Jesus Christ.